Okay. So here's a Facebook link. Okay, this is Facebook. All right. Let's do the YouTube one.
Hey guys.
It's not doing it.
Hello.
Oh, man. Hey, Miss Linda. Um, I'm not seeing the YouTube one. It's not. At least it's not giving it to me. I was trying to get the link for it. Okay. So somebody else may have to go to YouTube and grab the link. It's on there, but I can't see it.
On your YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. We got a couple people on Facebook, and thanks for joining our live. Thank you, Miss Veronica. So we have about 7 people that have joined us.
Did you get the link already? I was trying to go to it, but I don't know.
Miss Veronica posted it.
Okay.
Miss Veronica posted it. So thanks everyone for joining us. We are getting ready to start our vision board planning We are using the vision board book. Um, we have several small business owners that have joined me tonight for our planning session, and I'm excited to have them with me as we start planning and getting ready for 2023. So I would like to have everyone introduce themselves to you, um, and just kind of tell what they do currently, as well as what they sell. And then we will start working on our vision board book. So, first on the screen is Ms. B, Sakina.
Um,
Can she hear me? I know
she's
she's on
talking. Yeah.
TikTok. Okay, so we'll skip over her. Miss Alexis.
Hey, hey. I'm Alexis of So Sweet Academy, and I teach all things embroidery. I'm also an educator for Brother. Um, Basically, I take the frustration out of learning machine embroidery, and I do it in a safe stitch space. My tagline is it does not have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty, meaning we make mistakes and we just clean it up, we make it right, and we keep it moving. That simple.
Thank you. Miss what's that? Kiana.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kiona Harrison. I'm the owner of Elegant Events and Creations. I create anything big, small, public, private, no matter what it may be. My tagline is we create moments for you to remember. Anybody can take a picture.
Next we have Miss Linda Crafton Cousins.
Hello, I'm Linda of Crafting Cousins. I do shirts, tumblers, laser, embroidery. My specialty is memorial items. You can find me at craftingcousinsandmore.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Veronica. Miss Veronica, you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. Hi. As everybody know, I'm So Philly Creations. So Philly from South Philly is my motto. I indulge in a bunch of different crafts, embroidery, sewing, tumblers, sublimation, jewelry, all the good stuff. Kind of under the weather, so that's why it's kind of like past me, but I'm glad to be here. And y'all know, So Philly Creations. Y'all know.
All right. Miss Christina. Christy.
Christina look a little dark. Is that just me or does she look dark?
Last time when she turned her light on, it helped
The
a
room is
bit.
empty. It was like
Last
Yeah.
time when she turned her light on, it helped a
Yeah. Chrissy, you want to introduce yourself? I wonder if she can hear.
she's on mute.
Chrissy,
Yes, ma'am.
introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Christy, and I'm the owner of Gifted Hands by Christy LLC, based in Beaufort, South Carolina, soon to be based out of Pensacola, Florida. I specialize in glass etching, t-shirts, embroidery, and lots more gifts and tokens of memory.
Okay. Miss B.
She's offline for a second. There she go.
You want to introduce yourself?
Sakina, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. It's lagging on my end, so it's like delayed. Might have to. But bye. I am Miss B, the owner of Miss B's Creations. I do specialize in all things custom. My primary focus is to help business owners brand their business. So I do custom tumblers. I do physical watermarks, QR code keychains, packaging stickers, business T-shirts. You think of it, I do it.
Mm-mm. She went out.
Y'all still couldn't hear me?
You're going in
You're
and
skipping a little bit.
what about now, Sakina?
I can hear y'all.
Okay.
Y'all can. I'm about to come back in on my phone, on the laptop.
Okay. All right. So I am Sean. I'm the owner of Go Savvy Designs, and I specialize in large um, signs and also this vision board book that we're about to use, as well as embroidery. So I think we can go ahead and kick it off. One of the things that we wanted to look at was, when I came up with this vision board book last year, we did our planning, and a part of it was electronic. But one of the ladies had a question in terms of what do I do once I met all my goals. And so we planned last year. A lot of us met a lot of our goals, and so the planning this year and the purpose of the book is to be able to take it with you, check off things as they go, and then actually add to it. So that way it's continuous. It's not something that would stop. So tonight what we're going to take a look at is our top 3 goals that we have for ourselves or our business as we go through basically looking at it. And one of my favorite things for my business is write it down and make it plain. Which if you have any biblical things, this is a biblical reference as well. But for me, it's one of those things that I love to do, which is write down what my plans are and make it plain. So I do that a lot. So with that, I think we can kick it off. If you have your book, or if you don't have a book, these can be found on Amazon. Basically, you can just do a search on Dream Big, the Progressive Vision Board book. Otherwise, you can take a look and just search for S. Amaker, which is my last name, and the book will come up. So with that, we can start looking at what we're doing for our businesses. You can do a couple things. So one, if you're used to like the regular vision board where we would actually take pictures, cut them out of magazines, things like that, you can do the same with your book, or you can just write it down in plain English and then start working from there. So one of the things that we were going to talk about tonight was kind of like, as business owners, our top 3 items that we were going to plan for this year. So who would like to go first and kind of talk about one of your 3 items, or your top 3? We can actually start with our top 3. All right, Miss Linda.
I say organization. That's for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is organization. I need organization. I need storage, shelving, and then heat and air, AC. But yeah, that's my main thing right now.
Mm-hmm. And so that's big because being organized, I think, is a big thing. And I think a lot of us took some time, to get organized. And when you're moving your location and getting into a larger space, that's very important. So that's a really good one. Kiana, I think somebody want to go next?
I'll go next.
You can.
Hey, it's me, So Philly. In my book, I wrote down different things here. So I have the first one is, well, it says titled Think Past the Present. First thing I have is health goals, to take time for myself, and adequate sleep and eating habits. And it's okay, and I also wrote it's okay to stop and take a break and not to overwhelm my mind. And I also put affirmations, but then I have a few more. I have consistency in my craft, to stay focused on a task one at a time, and to maintain and to learn to be able to perfect that craft. Then I have another one. Okay, y'all, I did all my boxes. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Spending habits. No need to consistently buy things I already have. But, quote unquote, I will buy machinery as to enhance my business as I see fit. That's it. And then I also have to promote myself, because I tend to self doubt a lot of different things. As far as you make things, you don't promote it, you don't think it looks right. You're like, oh my God, I'm not sure. So I put to promote me, show more of my skills, and not be intimidated by not showing it. And I said, I work for myself. I had to learn that I work for me, and no one else does. And those are a few of my good goals.
That's good.
That's nice, Miss Veronica.
It is. Now, you said buy equipment for yourself as you see fit. Who else is buying?
I'll go next if nobody else will. I jump on a bandwagon with Ms. Linda as far as organization. I also want to be more productive in my craft as far as non-procrastination, start to finish type of deal, getting stuff done as soon as it comes in instead of just kind of holding off and putting it on the back burner because I feel it's an easy project. But like I said, number one is organization for me.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. That is good. So, I procrastinate too, so I completely get that. All right.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So my main goal for myself and for my students that I've really been focusing on is planning ahead for the holidays and not waiting until the last minute to think about what you're going to stitch, put out what you're going to stitch, do your test stitches, like even starting a month in advance, all the way down to planning out what supplies you're going to need to buy, looking at the supplies you already have and how you can repurpose those. Right now is the perfect time because of Christmas. We just finished with Christmas. The next holiday, the next main holiday coming up that we would stitch for would be for Valentine's Day. So a lot of the things that you would use for Christmas, red and white, you can get that and use the same thing, repurpose it for Valentine's Day. So now is the time to start planning for the next probably 2 holidays you plan on participating in.
Yeah.
And that's my goal for myself.
A lot of people don't think about the fact that the red and white is a whole lot of stuff for Christmas, and you could actually go buy a lot of red ribbon right now that's significantly on sale.
Yes.
And then also buy a lot of those red boxes. So like if you're going to ship something in a box for Valentine's Day, a lot of the stores right now have a lot of those. They would have been Christmas boxes, but they don't necessarily have Santa Claus or some of this other stuff on it. It's just a red box.
Exactly.
For the same thing.
Yep.
That's a good idea. And I like to stay ahead for the month because, that keeps you, like Chrissy was saying, the procrastination, it kind of keeps you from doing it.
Keeps you out of panic mode.
True. Who would like to go next?
I can go.
Okay.
While they over there talking about not changing spending habits. So my 2 top goals is to definitely increase my sales. That's gonna be my number 1 goal every year. To increase my sales from what I did the previous year. Of course, I want to go bigger on the laser, and I want to get into really focusing on my digital products. Whether it's my learning tools and stuff for business owners, I want to really focus on that. So those are 3 things that I want to do.
Okay.
Yes. That's it for me for now.
I like that. It's always good to increase. It's one of those things you have attainable goals and making sure that we set it so that it's something that we feel like we can actually reach. So, and then also, it's not a bad thing to have a stretch goal. Like, and a stretch goal is, okay, I may be able to get it this year, but if I don't, it's okay. And so, setting up a stretch goal is also a good thing to have as well. Kiona. Why is she over there acting like she's shocked? You like?
Okay. So with that being said, I'll say some of y'all already touched on some of these. So I'll say I have kind of like 3/4. So one is steady clientele / bigger revenue. And that leads into putting myself out there more. Like I feel like I do, but I'm gonna do it in a different way this year. Um, Organization. I feel like I'm organized as far as my supplies, but planning ahead. In a sense, I already kind of plan ahead, but this year I'm doing it in a different way. So, for those who don't know, or I've talked to most of y'all about it, like I had already started planning my goals like month by month and started doing what I want to do month by month, my goals each month when it comes down to sales, what I want to possibly purchase, what I want to, anything, just literally anything. I did a month by month goal with my business, like even ideas that I thought of. So I could like start working on it, try to work on it ahead of time. So that gives me an idea. Even if I was maybe like a month, even if I end up being a little bit late, I already had it written down. So I don't be thinking like, oh, well, what can I do for this? Or what can I do for that? I already have my checklist. So that was my kind of like organization one. My other one is to be more productive / going bigger. And that goes into place where making myself overbooked busy. Because I don't know if anybody knows, but my end game for me is I don't want to work for nobody else for the rest of my life. That has always been my thing. I don't want to work for somebody else the rest of my life. So that's just it. That's just it on it. And I always want to learn more. So I'm going to continue to learn and learn everything, whether it's taking classes, something I want to figure out, I'll teach myself because I've done that too, or like when we do stuff together and we learn stuff. I always want to learn something new or learn more about the stuff that I already know. So those are mine.
Well, and that's not a bad idea. I mean, that's good. And most of us, the majority of us, where the end game is we don't want to work for anybody else. So at the end of the day, making sure, like you said, planning month by month and setting that as a goal to make sure that you can actually remain self-employed, that kind of stuff. I mean, that works. You just have to put forth the effort to do it. So I see we have about 10 people online. Would anyone like to post in the chat one of their goals? Or underneath the live, if you just you can just type in one of your goals. So is there anything like from a customer perspective that you guys can think of that maybe you like to see from your customers? I know for me, I would like to see more people post. They always tell me how much they love their goods or services, But it would be so nice from a customer perspective, like if I got more reviews. So I think reviews is good, and that's one of the things that I have on my goal list is to help my customers to at least leave one review. If I could get 2 reviews a month, for me that would be more than nothing right now. So for my top 3, I have reviews as one of mine and focusing on having customers actually do a review. My second thing is niching down my website. So I've already went from 170 products to 50. I'm going to drop that down some more. So my plan is to niche down on the products and services that I'd like to offer. And then as I come up with new products, I will also be taking away something from that. I'm not really sure about the whole equipment thing yet, but from my perspective, I really do want to make sure that I am providing value with the actual products that I provide. So, and all of that goes back to, I think it goes back to what Ms. Linda started out with, organization. So making sure that I'm organized in that way from my website perspective, that people can go there and it's a one-stop shop. Because I know there's so many people that love to shop on Etsy, but just like we would pay for Etsy, we pay for these expensive websites. So making sure that your website actually works for you. And so using all the services that my website has to offer is another thing that I plan to do. So those are my top 3 things for the business for next year as well. Alexa, someone wants to know, how do they find your classes?
So I teach through So Sweet Academy, and all of those are found on SoSweetAcademy.com/academy, and you can find me anywhere on social media at So Sweet Academy. I also go live on Sundays for a live stitch out. We just kind of hang out, have fun, chill.
Yes, those are fun. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? Again, thank you all for joining us as we plan and chat about our vision boards. All of us are on social media, and I think everyone is on social media by the name that you see on the screen. So please follow us, go out and tag us, and make sure that that you check us all out, because we all have really good things. A lot of us are doing a lot of similar things, but in different ways. So we would appreciate, any of the follows, some feedback, whatever. And if you guys have any goals, please feel free to post those now too. Anything else? Anybody got anything? Go ahead.
I was going to add one more thing to it. Since we all kind of went around, and I know a lot of times, especially me, when I first started out making my own goals to reach, I was making them so big and so far out, and I felt like I was never reaching them. So I just want to share how lately I've come to reach my goals faster in a shorter amount of time. So I wrote it down so I can make sure that I keep it in order. Okay. So I try to break it down like quarterly. So I set quarterly goals. That way I'm starting over after every quarter and not feeling like I have a whole year to reach that goal. I set one big goal, and then from there I branch it off to the small goals. I mean, everybody, this is how you're supposed to set goals anyway, but for some reason we always forget to break that one big goal down into action steps. And then the last one, even the smaller goals from there, then finally I break it down into weekly and daily goals. And from there, make sure that I'm not getting distracted. I know that by the end of the week, if I've completed this little bucket of goals or tasks, it will get me to this big final grandiose goal that I had in the end. And it's just kind of like reverse engineering. So not just starting off with those SMART goals that we've always heard about, but just starting with the goal and breaking it down into smaller bite-sized chunks that you can get easy, fast wins with and start seeing results.
Yeah. And that kind of goes back to the reason why I started my accountability site. And so for I mean not accountability site, I'm sorry, accountability on Clubhouse. So we have a group on Clubhouse where we actually do accountability on Mondays and Wednesdays. So we set our weekly goals and then we come back in on Wednesday and kind of check in with each other to see how we're doing. So if you've not heard of Clubhouse, Clubhouse is an audio only application. Basically, there are tons of rooms you can go in and listen to, participate in on stage, and make sure that you can basically check out. You can check out and talk to other people, learn from other people, and just meet other like-minded people. So I think we there's a question in the chat that asks, what websites are we using? I think we're all using different websites. So I know for myself, I actually use Wix. Anyone else want to answer who's hosting your website?
I use
Weebly.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
I use
Oh,
Wix
I
and
use,
Etsy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Alexa.
Oh, no, I use Wix and Etsy.
I use Weebly.
Miss Veronica or Philly Creations.
I use Shopify.
I use Shopify.
I think I heard Miss B.
Shopify.
Okay.
And what's the name of the room? Laser embroidery and more.
No, it's not.
Art?
No, it's not. Not for the weekly. She's asking the room for our weekly.
Oh, okay.
I think yeah, because that's the only thing we were talking about. So it's called. Hold on,
I can look from my phone or my iPad.
so it's actually a club, and it's hosted by um myself and several of the ladies here. It's called Creators and something. And I'll put it in the chat. Oh, BMG Embroidery and Creative. And then, so the rooms for next year haven't been set up, but I plan to set them up this week. And then you'll be able to set yourself up with a notification of whenever we go live. And it's Mondays and Wednesdays. And we start at 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. Central Time. And then it kind of goes based on if people need help. It's also a place where we come if people have questions. Say for instance you run into a snag if you're doing embroidery, if you're doing something on laser, if you're doing something with silhouette. So all of us have used at some point in time a whole bunch of different software. So it's open to anybody that's in the creative space that is working on anything. And we also have another club that's called Laser Embroidery and More, which is what Kiana was talking about. And in there, we just kind of hang out and chat and work together as well. But back to what Miss Alexis was talking about, we do um, have to make the goals attainable so that way you don't feel overwhelmed. And like she said, get to the end of the year and be like, oh my God, I didn't accomplish anything. Which goes back to the progressive book where you can make things smaller and break them up. So that way you don't have to feel overwhelmed.
I agree with Alexis. I definitely used to do, well, last year I definitely did the quarterly ones. I would give myself tasks. That's how I always did it. Would break them down. And that was something I did.
Yeah. And so, I mean, SMART goals are always there, but making something that that you can attain. Again, it goes back to at least having a stretch goal, which it may be something that you think you can do, but you may not. and it's okay if you don't. So I always say every day is a new day, and it's okay to start over.
Yes, organization is one of my harder things as far as staying focused once I find stuff that has been lost in the disarray of a room after Christmas or big projects. So I'm gonna have to find weekly goals to kind of stay on task with that.
But you know, have you guys found like after you finish a project, it just feels like you done went through the thing like the Tasmanian devil and threw stuff all up in.
Yes.
So accomplished. So,
It's like a relief after you get done, but then you be like, but I gotta clean this up.
I think it's something that we all go through. We all have to go through. We all have to do it. It's just what we do. You
Yeah.
could clean the room today, and then tomorrow you want to start a shirt, and then you're over there looking for that vinyl. Next thing you know, that table's cluttered up. You forgot the scissors. You can't find them. This
Exactly.
tape is what we do. I think that comes along with it.
It's funny you say scissors, because let's be honest. How many
No,
times have we all lost scissors and had to
I
buy
lose
new
them all the
ones?
time, and I keep scissors all around me, and I still lose them. So it is
Yeah.
what it
so one time I had a lady come in and professionally organize my workspace, and it was good to see how she thought things through because she's not a creative. She has more of just like a, she understands that everything has a
organization.
place. Yeah, so she's an organizer, unlike the way my brain is wired. And she made a really good point about us because we have to see all of our things. That's why
Hmm.
we can't, like, if you look at all of my containers right now that I've stored my things in, I notice they're all see through because I need to be able to look at it head on and see what's in there. Otherwise, I either forget about it or I
We
never touch it again, or I never find it. And I
right.
don't use it because let's be honest, we buy all the things all the time that we don't need, and we're like, oh, I'm gonna put it here because this is what I'm gonna use it for that. But so that might be a good technique for everyone out there that needs help organizing. Find clear containers, and that way you can put stuff in and you can still see it because we have to see that's why having a storage space for me that's off site somewhere, it didn't work
Me
out as
too.
well as having something like with some pods that I can look, and one day creativity might strike and then boom, I can just go get that off there and stitch on it. But um, it helps a lot. Just try that. Try clear bins or organizing by colors. It's not just for cosmetic beauty purposes. It's to keep us sane so that we're not looking for the same things over and over again. Hopefully that helps somebody.
Makes sense.
Miss B, were you saying something too?
No, I was just elaborating on what she was saying, and when she said that, it made a good point as to when it comes down to organization. The hardest part for me is what do I let go that I don't need around me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I have so much stuff, and I know I'm not doing that there. I know I'm not doing that, but I'm not ready to take it away and put it up somewhere. It's still like she says, it has to be in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So then that makes it more cluttery, but I'm not even using all of the stuff, but I can't, in my mind, in my head, get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta have that there. I don't use the spray glue, but I need it there. It's got to be there because one day I might need it. I don't know when. It might be another year, but you know what I'm trying to say. And
Mhm.
okay,
No, listen, we are right there with you. It makes 100% complete sense.
Right.
all right. If I could do that, I would have the organization I need, but I just can't
But then
get
I have
rid
a
of
question. Does
it.
that make us slight hoarders?
Yeah, and
No,
we're okay with it.
no.
And we're
We're
gonna stay
crafters.
honest.
Crafters, if we hoarder, they hoarder, whatever. Okay,
Yeah,
it
I'm
is
fine with
what it
that.
is. We do
They
what
can
we
call
do.
us what they
Do
want.
what we do. Right. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick beside y'all. How about that?
Right. I'm with it. I ain't putting the glue up, so I'm a hoarder.
I put the
I ain't moving the glue.
That's just like I wanted to shop yesterday at Hobby Lobby, but I was on a mission. So the remnants that I walked past to get to the flowers, I was like, oh, it's only $1. I can fill this basket up real quick. Nope. Let me get these
Not
flowers
fill
and
the
we get out of
basket
here.
up.
I got
But
my
you know,
flowers and I kept
But
going.
but you know what? Sometimes, let me say that. Let me say this. Sometimes, as a crafter, you get that one-time feeling where you one day proud you go in the store and you don't buy nothing. So you come home and you
But
like,
then the next day you
look,
make
I'm
it all
just
up by buying other
right.
things.
Wait a
The
minute.
remnants still
Right.
there.
And then you just said, oh, I was gonna put that down. So you really think you did something, huh? Okay. Because what's gonna happen? The next time when you go in the store, you're gonna end up putting more than $1 in your basket. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So it'll
sure.
get you. You think you did good because you slid in and you slid out. Because I'll tell myself in a minute, I only went in Michael's, I only came out with one thing. But then I might not go back at Michael's. Next thing I know, I came out of Michael's, I done spent $200-300. So, yeah, okay, you think you got away with that dollar. You should have bought that dollar. You should have bought
True.
And the
that
thing
dollar.
is, it's okay to buy, and I
It
had
is.
to learn this. It's okay to buy it. I just had to learn not to buy the whole shelf.
Whole thing. Right.
That was me.
Yeah, you could
I
have
had
got a
to clear
few.
the
I
shelf.
had to
So
have. We have to have
I did.
boundaries and limits.
Right.
Just don't buy the whole shelf. That's
Right,
what.
because that's what'll happen when you go back in there because you didn't buy the dollar stuff.
Yeah.
Then the crafter kicks in,
Yeah.
and that's when it makes you spend more.
And make
Right.
a plan for it. Make an actual plan for it. Like, what
Right.
if I buy this? If I buy 10 of these, I have to at least
I'm
make a
cool.
sample out of one of it. One of
Right.
them, put them on my Etsy shop and make a plan
Right.
to sell them.
Right.
Mhm. I got a lot of those. A slat
Yeah.
board that's hung up real nice and neat, and yeah,
That's
time to
what
do
we
the sample.
We're gonna do better in 2023. It's up from here.
I said I'm gonna use
Not
what I
you,
have.
not you praying about it, Alexis.
Huh?
Not you praying about it. You looked up like,
Is that like that was
Hey, I'm with you, Alexis. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
we got-
praying too. Shoot, what you talking about?
said, I've been sending to God, but I'm gonna think about it.
right.
I'm already got. Listen, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here saying, okay, yeah, they talking I ain't gonna spend no money. Okay, what I'm telling myself is, I'm not going in Michael's. I'm not going in Joann's and spend my money, but I'm spending my money somewhere else.
So what if we thought about it differently? What if, and recently I've realized that when I did not go into any stores after Thanksgiving or after Christmas now, and I started thinking of myself as the retailer and I want to offload my items to them. So now I'm not the consumer anymore. I'm targeting the consumers.
Right.
So if we think about it that way, that is our road to recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what we do.
It is. It is.
Now we got you got Valentine's coming up. We got all that sales stuff sitting around. Now if I know if I'm right, I got bin in the garage full of Valentine's stuff.
There you go. Let's
Yep.
start with what we have in
We
2023.
talking about
Get rid of the old
Right.
first.
Right.
Yep.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Definitely. That's one of the things that I'm planning to do as well is use what I have.
Yes.
And add some of that stuff to my website because like I have some beautiful things like and I actually quilt, so it's one of those things like I need to start. I don't even promote the fact that I quilt. I just like do it for family and friends, and
Right.
so like I need to maybe do that because I really love it. So it becomes one of those things of what do I really want to do.
Well, I'll send everybody from my side that want t-shirt quilts done to you.
Okay. Yes, because that is a thing. I'm telling you.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And they'd be so pretty.
I have a young lady who has all of her festival shirts from one of our festivals in Beaufort from all of her family members, and she wants to do a quilt, so I'll send it your way.
Yes. That could be a large quilt too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see Miss B is over on TikTok live as well, and Kiona is on Instagram live. So we have about 8 people watching from different mediums, either on YouTube or Facebook. Do you guys have any questions for any of the business owners tonight? Anybody have anything else they'd like to add? I think this is good. We may end up trying to do like some type of quarterly chat online and see what we
Yes, I agree. I got it playing on TikTok, and I had to take my AirPods out so that they can hear you all.
Oh, okay.
But everybody like, where I can get the book at? Where I can get the book at? I'm like, over here selling the book. Listen, so I'm just saying. But yeah.
How about if we did this just that's not my noise, is it?
Sakina, turn off your echo cancellation.
Yeah, because I can't. She said, I don't know.
It's like real
I think she's on the
shh.
phone. She might not be able to. I think that may have been a
Right.
problem last time.
Yeah.
Or maybe not weekly, but at least bi-weekly or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, and that gives us consistency in that, which is
Mhm.
more consistency toward our own goals. Because at least you'll be able to say, well, I did achieve this something that I thought I was going to start last week. Well, I achieved it, and you keep going.
That's true. That's
Mhm.
Yep. Make that a group goal, and then we can all check
Right. That's
in
what I mean. A group
to
goal.
see how our organization skills are going.
I ain't gonna be organized. I ain't gonna tell that tale. I know my stuff's gonna be flying all over the place. But
If
I'm
you
gonna
set
tell
it
you
as a
what.
goal, you will be. If
I
you set
mean,
it
yeah,
as a
I'm
goal,
better at getting organized. I'm not really unorganized. I just have a lot of stuff. I really can't say that I'm really. Yeah, I just got too much stuff, and I don't have enough room to put everything that I have. That's my organization problem, and my problem is letting things go, putting things that I don't use away to give me space. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do it but fill it up again anyway.
Yep.
So
Understand.
I just don't have the room. My organization is fine. It's the room, the space. That's all I
yeah.
like.
Maybe upward storage. I've been thinking of that rather than just having a lot of small things that spread out across my counter. I want to do some upward organization to where it's like shelving that goes up, or some kind of rack that goes up, and multi-purpose functional storage
You see that?
organization. I see you. I see you over
You
there.
see that? Now, with
Like
that, I want to take out, really, I do, and put bins in, like you just said. Put the bins in and organize that part. So at
mhm,
least when I go over there, I can say, okay, here's the glue, here's the glitter. It's all in one, like
right,
that.
right.
That'll be
Right.
good. That's the organization I would use for that.
Yeah.
But that's
You can do it
it.
by holidays. I know for sure. Once I
Future.
decided to take over my living room
Mhm.
with another sewing room, I got a couple of ottomans. So right now in the corner, I have three ottomans or so, and inside of that, I have blanks. But
Okay.
in a
Right.
regular living room setting, it looks like an ottoman. It looks like a piece of
Right.
furniture.
Right.
So
And
I
then
right
almost
there
there.
want to
are
tell them.
ottomans that have a dual purpose, right? You can sit
Yep.
on them with your storage.
Right. Nobody knows they're in there. Right.
But don't forget, it's not clear, so you might forget what's in there. So
Right. But you can look because it's in your living room when you're out of
right. It's
it.
right there. Like we just have to have everything at hand's reach
Right.
so
That's what I'm
that we
saying.
can. We just like our stuff.
We do.
Yes.
I'm almost wanting to convince my husband because my grandson said it yesterday. Nana, your bedroom is bigger than the room you in. And I looked at the room and I said, wow, that would be neat if Flag, what we were moving here, and he let me take the bigger bedroom. Now, I haven't asked yet, but I'm going to try.
So, mm-mm.
That's the bigger, that room is much bigger. I could do so much. We don't do nothing in there nowhere but sleep. So what's the difference? No, not to be funny, but I mean, come on. All you do is sleep and watch TV. So I could have a lot in that room. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna try it.
Well, don't get hurt
Let,
over there. Don't
let us
get
know how that goes.
okay.
Let us know. Yeah.
Oh
But
my
you'd be
God.
surprised, honey. I have a husband who's like happy wife, happy life. Okay, so you'd be surprised. Don't get it twisted. He be there and say, "All right, Ronnie," and that's it. It's over.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, just need more room.
Yes. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate everybody that was able to join us. With our planning session today.
Yeah,
And
it was good.
again, we hope you gain something from it. And I'm quite sure we'll be back on later on next year for sure. Just to
Next year. Oh,
yeah,
next year.
yes,
Never
today
mind, you got me.
eight. Today
Ah,
is
you
the
got me. That was a good one.
yeah. Today is the 28th. So
Yeah, I keep forgetting New Year's is around the corner. So the way everybody's singing next year, it throws me off, and I realize it's only a few days away. Okay.
it's only a few days away. So we're almost there. We are almost there. Does
Yeah.
anybody else have anything they'd like to add or say before we end our live today?
Thank you for doing this, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Thank
That you guys
you.
are able to join. And again, we had about 10 people join us on live, so that's pretty good too. And we just keep on progressing and get everything back together. We'll be good to go. And stay to our goals.
All right.
Well, if anyone have any organization ideas, I found this at Ben's, but I got a lot of space. I need to just go up. If I can hang from the ceiling, I would.
I wish I had the space. Oh God.
My stuff's in
Yeah, I got
my
it.
basement.
You got the space. See, if I had that, I'd be good to go. I probably had more machines in the law now. I ain't saying nothing.
I've seen someone do like a rod from the ceiling, and they were able to use like S hooks and hang their hoops.
I thought about the thing Miss Shawn
Oh
did. Sliding
yeah.
things. I
From
think
the,
that's what she's call it.
What
The
you mean from the
slide.
ceiling thing? What do you mean?
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a I
know the S
don't
hooks are.
know exactly what she used to get it up there, but it was a rod, kind of like how you put the pots and pans
Pots
over
and
the
pans.
island,
Oh
something like
yeah,
that.
with that hang thing down. Right,
Yeah,
right,
and
right. I got
yeah,
you.
I have one more thing I'm gonna show you real quick.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I can't do it.
So I bought these, and as you can see, I have not implemented it yet, but this was one of my ideas for organization, to hang my scan and cut mats on.
Yep.
And that way I can just have it hanging up on that. I saw that on Pinterest. It's an idea. It'll happen one day soon.
Like the cutting mat?
Yeah.
It's the mat. You're gonna put the mat on it. Okay. I'm gonna let that go, Alexis. I'll talk to you later about that one.
I wish I were in my other room, because I have a couple of other ideas that the shoe rack, the plastic shoe rack that hangs over the door, and some of my stabilizer comes in rolls, or some of you all that do vinyl, you have the rolls, you can put it on either side of that.
I have that for spray paint.
I had it and I had to take it down.
Yeah, that's fixed for me.
I have it for spray paint.
I had a long one on. Remember, y'all? I used to have that vinyl roll on the back of that door.
Yeah.
All that vinyl on the back. I had to take it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It got
Miss
too
Linda
much.
used hers for spray paint, so that works too.
Yeah, it's
spray
just
paint's a good idea. But I got that in the garage. So yeah, that's a good idea, but I can't bring it in here.
I got a shelf in my basement, so that got stuff on it, and plus I got bins that have stuff on it. Now this is my office upstairs, and I have like a bookshelf thing right here on this side. Half of it got stuff in it, like my books and whatever. But I also have like one area that has like tape and everything on it, my papers, all my different papers. Behind here, this is my sublimation printer. Then down here at the bottom shelf, I got some of the vinyl up here. Some of it's downstairs in the basement. Sublimation paper, all types of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty organized as far as that go. It's just For me, it's just running out of the space. The space that I
Yeah,
have
I'll
to
say all my stuff is in an organized type
yeah.
place.
My
I
problem is
think I
countertop.
need the,
I just
like I
don't have the
said,
room. I just don't have the room. So it goes up
Yeah.
and up
Mine
and up
too, Miss
and up.
Christina.
Yeah,
If
it's
that's
yeah,
what
I'm
I
like,
said.
it's just too much. I just have too
I
much.
think I'm like Miss V. Like I
You
live
know
in
how to put it.
a medium-ish sized place, kind of smaller.
Yeah. So
And
when
so
you get
I
to
try to
working,
make room with what I have. And um, I'm not organized with my stuff. I very much organize it the best way I can. Like I said, I want to organize on the other stuff outside of like this stuff.
Mhm.
It's my planning and functioning, like life and business.
Yeah.
hmm
What's that you said, Miss Christina?
I mean, because I have like the kitchen
look at
type cabinets with the countertops on it, and underneath is organized with like my blanks and my stabilizers and threads and stuff. But the countertop is just like it just collects everything: finished product, unfinished product,
Uh-oh.
hoops, scissors, everything.
Oh, did she go out?
Yep, I think so. I lost her. Christine, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, we lost you. What? I'm not sure what you.
Oh,
Are we still on live?
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I'm making sure.
Yes, ma'am. We are still there.
We're still behaving.
I'm behaving. I always behave.
Yeah.
And
Not
guess
so.
what?
So I think my favorite thing was, and I'm just gonna see. Let me see if I can share this screen.
My
Um,
glasses over here.
can you guys see that? Uh-oh. I don't know what happened.
No, I can't see nothing.
Maybe nothing. But
Why?
I'm gonna stop. Um, but
And,
what I was showing was I actually remember I had done I created what's called it's like one of those crafters cabinets.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Miss
oh
Linda the other
yeah,
day about the crafter cabinets. I find that easier too because at least if you put it in, it's able to remove it out. And you know what I'm saying? You're able to, you can, like if you got to move it, you can get a bin or like a clear bin, as Alexis says, clear bin, and you can organize in that too. And you can also use those bins in those shelves like that. I find that easier than, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's not enough room for me, Miss Veronica.
It might not be enough room for you, but you can get them as wide as from your door to the next week. You can get them as wide as ever. Like they don't have to be little bookshelves. You
like
can
a
get them built
whole.
as a whole wall if you want. It
Mm.
ain't got. We're not talking about a thin little thing. I'm talking about you can get them as from here to here.
Yeah.
You can get them from wall to wall, treetop tall. Yep, you sure can.
Yeah. I
People
think
have them.
they do. Well, and especially if you got somebody that's very inclined to be able to build things, that's when it's
Right.
really
You can
good.
get it from wall to wall.
Yeah.
Somebody I know just did one and made kind of did the same thing, but actually just made it like a closet space for
Yeah,
somebody.
some people done that. Now
Turned
I
it
had looked
into a
at some people's
closet.
garages, not to be funny, but other crafters and how their garages, they had their big garage and how they moved in their garages. And that's a lot of them what they have. They have it like they don't have it on their walls. They have it where it's built from wall to wall, all their organization. And then they have their big table in the middle that's that they can work on. And everything else, the printers is over there. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Those people are not in Texas because your car needs to be in the garage with all this hail.
Your car needs to be in the garage in Texas.
Yes. We have hailstorms like
Oh
crazy.
well, we get that too, but yeah, my car never goes in the garage, so that'll never happen.
No, it's like
I
unusual.
believe you.
It's
Oh
unusual.
yeah, I heard about that storms.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I mean, some people do. Some people, everybody doesn't park in their garage though.
That's true. That's true.
And then some people have the added on parts. They have a garage and then they have an added on, or they have their garage and they have an added on for their cars.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that depends.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see how we organize over the next year and how our visions come to fruition. So
You should do before and after pictures.
that's true. That would be really good.
Y'all don't want to see this.
Who said that? I just want to know who even suggested that. Who even tried that? Who did that? Okay, I don't even. Why would you even say something like that? Why did you go there?
Yeah.
Okay, take your own. Okay, you speak for yourself. That's fine. Oh,
Okay,
I understand, honey.
well,
You do what you gotta do for you.
Well, but think
You go
about this
ahead
though.
and take your own.
If everything is content, you take a picture right now. You get to decide over the progression of what you want to post.
Yeah.
But you could actually take a picture now and show what it looks like when you're done. When you say, "Okay, I got it exactly where I want it."
Yeah, I just seen a girl do that this morning. She showed her before, and she said she did her room, and it was after. And I think it really looked at. Wow, it was nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's great. Like, look, Miss Linda, look, if we have to come out there and help you organize, get it all together,
Miss Alexa, what you think
space
about that?
is amazing.
I'm not. I just see a smile over there.
You know me, I hop on a flight. I don't mind.
Huh?
You
You see
know
my
me.
face drop. Huh?
But you know what? Another thing, I think we all forget that there's a such thing as Skillshare, where we can share skills or
There's other
skill
people.
swap. But we could also supply swap, like go in there and record a video of all these blanks we have that we're not using, and be like, oh hey, who can use this? Who needs this? Whether you're selling it or you're swapping it, supply for
Bartering.
bartering, yeah. So that could
She
be.
got it.
You're not giving this out.
Whoa! We already know who got it. So we didn't. Hey, like, you preaching to the
Okay.
choir here.
She gonna
Because
be
we
our-
already know who got it.
She's gonna be
We
our.
already
Call
know.
Miss Blue and Miss Linda.
Listen,
She's a future
Listen.
blank supplier.
It's them two.
that
It's
is
them
our
two.
blank supply.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's them three. Them three.
Oh
Right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's
Them
really Miss
three.
Linda, though.
We're not gonna
No,
exempt
it's
Alexis out of
it's
this because
really
we know
Miss
she got some
Linda.
stuff.
See,
Oh, I have
because
a
I
bunch.
can't find my stuff, so I'm not even gonna speak on that.
It's them three.
But
Them
Miss
three
Linda,
right
you know
there.
where her stuff at, okay?
Don't point your finger over here, Miss Veronica.
One
Because I'll
two
come
and
over
three.
there and show them. Don't point your finger over here.
Am I pointing my finger? No, that's Kiana pointing.
It's 1,
But
2,
I'm
and
telling
3.
you, and I'm gonna say it again. Miss Linda knows where all her stuff is at, though. Now, I'll be the one to say, "Oh, I know I got it, but I can't find it." Miss Linda be like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on, I got some. Wait a minute, okay." Tell me.
Wait. But then the other
That's your blank
supplier,
supply,
where's the other
girl.
supplier? She went missing. Because she's
Miss
one
Linda
too. Chrissy?
Listen, I'm telling you, anything you looking for, I'm telling you, she got it. She got some good stuff too, stuff that we can't find no more. Okay.
Yeah.
See, and that can satisfy our need and desire
She
to
has it.
buy these things. If we're just in the store and it's like, look, y'all, who could use this? I know me personally, I like to shop so much. I don't care what I shop for. I like to grocery shop.
You
I
know
like
what?
to
Me
blank
too.
shop,
But
I
I
like to clothes shop.
no.
All of it will fulfill my need to shop. So if I was in a store and I post something, hey, who needs this? Cash out me
We
money.
ain't good friends.
That checks the box of shopping for me.
We can't.
So, and it doesn't have to come into my house.
We do that. We
I
do
can't
that.
mess with you. I can't mess with you. I can't mess
But
with
do
it's
that.
not, but we gotta
Yeah.
remember, this isn't just for us though. This is for everybody
No, I
watching
understand.
out and the replay. So you know,
Right.
it's
But
going.
I'm saying, I know I'm a shopaholic, period. Before crafting, I was a shopaholic. So it was either clothes for me before then, I coupons. So it was always a shopping addiction for me. You just turn into more of crafting. Because my family are calling me now like, wow, you don't even go to the store and buy clothes? I'm like, hell no, I'm going to Michael's. I'm not going, excuse my French, but I'm not going to Macy's today. They got something I can craft in there, you know what I'm saying? So it just turned into,
Well,
I
but
might buy something out of there.
So that Miss
And make something.
Veronica didn't say though is that she actually makes children's clothing. She can actually over there.
Yeah, I really can.
She's so.
Yeah, I could do
Yeah, she's telling on everybody else, but yeah.
I'm not
Makes beautiful
telling.
children
I
clothing.
always was saying, but that's a good thing to be in the group and have the supplies. I mean, I think that's a great thing to be a part of a group that you can say, I had the supplies. That's a good thing. It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing. Shoot, it's yours now. You accumulated it. I mean, it's yours. There's nothing wrong with that. I
Do
don't
I need
see
to write
anything
100
negative
times? I
about it.
am a hoarder. I am a hoarder. I
Okay,
am a
but
craft hoarder.
see, you have to show your face and say it live. You just fessed up, and you know what? I commend you for that. You're a hoarder. I'm a hoarder too. I can't lie. Okay.
I didn't have the space before, but I got it now, so I might
I know
collect some
that's
more.
right. I know that's right.
Yes. Well,
I
all
think we
right,
all
ladies.
probably
Amazing.
are
Y'all are
hoarders.
hilarious.
So I
think
just
we
want
all
to
are.
say thanks to the folks that have been watching us. We really appreciate
Thank you.
joining us,
Thank you, everybody.
hanging
Thank
This
out,
is
you.
us.
Thank
um,
you
Thank
for
y'all.
stopping by.
for sure.
It's
Um,
been
I had
fun.
it's been fun. So
me
I think
one.
we're gonna sign off now. Everybody have a happy new year, and please make sure you're following us. We're all on social media. We're on all the things. So make sure you follow everybody. And if you guys don't mind, can you guys see the chat? If not, I'll
I can.
we want to go ahead and post your business websites. That way people will have them, and but make sure you guys follow us because I think we are all at our business names on all.
Right. I'm straight SoPhillyCreations.com.
Yeah.
Where's the chat at? I don't see the chat.
I don't see a
Uh-oh.
chat in the group at all
Yes, I
either.
do. It says social chat
Where you see that at?
to
Yes,
your right.
Yep, it says social chat.
If it's on internal chat, there's a tab for internal and social chat at the top
Yeah.
right hand corner.
Yep. So click on social.
I don't see it. Sorry.
Yeah, I see
My
the
screen
social
is
chat,
wide
but
open.
we can't type in the chat. We have to go to Facebook.
I
Oh,
don't see that. Full screen, mute stage, dark
It just
mode,
shows it to us.
Philly,
We
room,
have to go to Facebook.
show chat social. Oh, there it is over there. And that's just us. I don't social chat. Bam.
yeah.
Hey, now I see it.
That's all the people have been
Right.
messaging
But we
us.
can't type
But
in there.
we can't type it. So I went to the actual live and I typed mine in there.
Yeah, and it'll pop up on there.
Yeah.
Well, the actual live, which one? On Facebook? Alexis, which live?
The link I used the Facebook link, so
Okay.
I shared it to my business Facebook page.
It's on my page too, so okay.
Yeah. So all you would need to do
But when
is
you click on it, make sure you mute your mic here because it's gonna give the feedback from the other one. So then you'll be able to type in the chat.
But see, this is the funny thing. I don't see any comments or anything on my links. So I don't understand. I don't know what you
And
mean.
we can always go back and add it.
add it later on.
Okay.
For the replay, so that way people will be able to just get in touch with you if they need to. All right, ladies. Well, it has been about an hour now that we've been live, so I think we're good. Again, appreciate you all for joining us, and those of you who are listening to us on the replay, please make sure you follow all of us. We will plan to do some more things like this. Maybe the next time we'll actually be working and you can see some of the things that we're actually doing live in our workspaces. So just stay tuned for more information. And again, thank you all for joining us and Happy New Year.
Happy
Bye-bye.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
everyone.
Bye.
See ya. Happy New Year's.